2005 4Runner. This fits 2003 till 2009. Today we have the Dasaita Cartrimhome exclusive CarPlay and Android Auto from Dasaita. Exclusive to Cartrimhome. I'm just gonna unpack to show you what's in the box. The manual, which you don't need. Well, you need if you don't have the same truck. Then some other manuals, harness, nicely packed head unit, which also there's a possibility to install if you don't have a rear camera on the OEM side. This is a high quality UHD camera. Then you have the prying tools. Finally, the head unit. Obviously, you also have the wire harnesses, which includes everything you need. Nothing else is needed. We'll go through them and let you know what comes with the head unit. Can you imagine in your 2005, 2003 and 2009 to have CarPlay and Android Auto, including with an HDMI for the rear LCDs? There you go, guys. Clean, doubled in CarPlay, Android Auto head unit. So let's install and then enjoy the CarPlay and Android Auto in the 2003 till 2009 4Runners, Generation 4. So this is the 4Runner of my brother-in-law that we're going to install the head unit in it. He already has an Android unit, not that great. One of the good things about this is you can have 464 and up memory. So we're going to remove the head unit first and then install this one. How do you feel about having a new head unit, George?
Very excited.
How excited? Like, show me. So we're gonna install this in that 4Runner. Stay tuned. Okay, boys and girls. So first things first, you need to open this because there's 10 millimeter right there and then another 10 millimeter. This has to come up so that these will clear this plastic. So let's show you how it's done. Here's the older unit which doesn't have a knob, and then the volume is from here, and the mic is really shitty. So the Dasaita one, Cartrimhome exclusive, the mic is good, phone calls are good, and it has an amped mic which has also latest CarPlay and Android Auto. So let's start removing the bolts. The first bolt is right there. So it's a 10. Then you just remove the plastic like that. Make sure this goes out. And then there's a second one under it. Also a 10. And then you have to hold this, take it out. There's also another 10 right there, I think, which my brother-in-law had done in the past. And then this has to clear those plastics. So you have to remove the middle console like so. Hold it well. You can even also pull it from there. Exactly. You can remove this or not, just make sure you don't scratch it. Worst case, put it in neutral. Put it in neutral so that it clears. Make sure the brake is on so you don't have to. So that's in neutral. Now it's gonna clear. Make sure to remove the wires from under. There are two harnesses.
Beyond my abilities at the moment.
And that's it, boys. That's how you remove the middle console. Now, Make sure everything is turned off, because if not, if you install your head unit while the accessory is on, you may trip a fuse or so. So just watch it, boys. Now, here's how to remove the middle console, the vents. Just push it towards you. There are a couple of tabs. Just make sure to work in a hot area, because or else then you're gonna break the clips. Remove the harness like so. Don't cut the wires. There's a tab connected in the back. Press it. Then release. Pull straight, not left and right, because you will bend the pins. Now this is tricky a bit because you have the hazard. Just hold it well and then push it. The tabs are on the side right here and then there. So you see those plastics, make sure they don't break because they're thin plastic. So clear it from the bottom and then remove the harnesses one by one. Whatever you have connected in the back, there's one right there, the hazard switch right here, the temp that we removed in the beginning. There's a tab right here for this. You have to press it and then remove. So this one you have to press right there and then pull it, and then this one you have to press right here or use a thin flat screwdriver, push it and then pull back. Now there's one right here as well, and this one you press on this and then pull as well, which is the one right here. Now remove this, slowly place it in the back somewhere safe so you don't scratch it. And now it's time to remove the radio and install the new one. Now 2 screws right there, 10mm, same thing. Don't lose the screws. This is to hold the head unit in place. Unlike the 5th gen, which you're used to me to install the 5th gens, but this is slightly different. There's also one there and then one on the other side. Hold it because it's heavy, at least the OEM one. Don't lose anyone, it's gonna fall and then you're gonna look for it. There's another one right there. And that's it, so 4. And now remove the old, there's a lot of tons of videos for the OEM head unit. If you already have the OEM head unit, there are other videos that you can refer to how to remove. It's easy. Unplug and put aside. This is another aftermarket head unit, so we're gonna uninstall it so that we can install the latest one. So now that we have removed the head unit and prepped to install, we're gonna install the harnesses on this unit. As usual, as I tell you at all times, use the foam that comes with it and then put it on a box or whatever. The reason why I tell you this, watch the volume so that you don't break the screen or break any of the knobs. So always use the foam that came with it or something similar. So let's connect the harnesses and then connect the radio to the top. So now what comes with the head unit? What are the harnesses explained and everything else? First things first, this is the main harness with the canvas. If you have a steering wheel, you need this. This canvas needs to be plugged. That's the main black harness, which connects to the antenna, then your backup camera, and then front RCAs. Now, these are the USBs to extend it and put it in your glove box. If you want to use the USBs, you can connect to it. Hard disks or anything with a USB peripheral. Now this is an extra RCA for the backup camera or an extra camera, depending on the model and year and trim, so that it activates the rear camera. This truck didn't have an extra camera or OEM backup camera, so we installed one in the mirror. This is another harness with subwoofer out, front and rear RCAs, left and right audio. Here's a SIM harness which you can connect the SIM data and then run the radio solo and then use internet on it on the go. So as if you have a phone right there. You can use Google, Maps, anything you want, like you use your phone. GPS antenna, you can connect this GPS antenna. You need this GPS antenna to connect, use Waze, Google, etc. This is the antenna for your SIM, which is in conjunction with this harness so that you can use data internet. That's your external microphone if you want to use it. We have installed another different microphone, which we're going to be routing it to the steering wheel, and that's it. So this is what comes with the head unit, all the harnesses, wires. It's overwhelming. Don't let it scare you. Trust me, I've done this thousands of times. This pamphlet will help what is exact each individual product, and then there's also the user manual to jumpstart it and then understand your head unit. So let's go and install the harnesses. Before installing the harness, make sure you remove the OEM bracket and then put it according to what your truck's spacing is so that it fits and clears the trim. This is my brother-in-law's truck. That's how it should be. We just tested it. Fitment is great. Once it's done, we start plugging the harnesses. Nothing goes anywhere else. So don't, as I said, don't let it overwhelm you. For example, always, as I mentioned, plug straight, not left, not right. You can bend the pins and then nothing will gonna work, and then you'll think that it's broken, but technically the pin is bent and you won't be able to use the head unit. So example, this doesn't fit here or this doesn't fit here, so it fits where it is. There are some things that I'm not going to use because of that, to gain space, because it's a double DIN. I'm not going to install, for example, this example I'm giving you. So this is for triggering the backup camera if you have an OEM one or a different aftermarket camera with aux in, aux out, or you can have an extra camera, a front one or a rear one. This is for the sub, as I said, and then two other inputs or extra cameras, which is going to be plugged right there. Everything clicks in place. Make sure you pull it gently. And now the third USB, which is going to be routed also to the glove box if needed, which goes right there. Again, pull it gently. So what I do is at all times I connect, the last thing I connect is the main harness so that I don't trip anything in the truck. So I leave this outside and then go into the truck. That's when I connect it. Now I want to connect the SIM card because I want to feed the head unit with data. So it's internet ready. And then the GPS and the antenna. Here's the Wi-Fi antenna. I think it's an 8 if I'm not mistaken. What I do is I tighten it by hand and then at the end I pull it a bit like so. You can use an 8 if you want, but I'm used to it. So that's the GPS antenna. It's an amazing quality because it just plug and play. Goes this way. See? And now this is the data SIM antenna. We're going to install it here. So as I said, that's an 8. I was right, as usual. Don't over tighten it. You break the pin. and then it won't work. So this is done. Again, don't over tighten it. So now we're gonna move to the truck and then install the head unit. So the only thing you need on the 2005 4Runner are this harness that comes with it, which is the black main harness. It includes the antenna. Don't forget to plug the antenna. And then those 3 harnesses. Depending on what trim and year, your truck comes with the right harness. And after that, we're just gonna put the radio in place. Make sure to match the brackets on the side, and then take your time. This is the hardest part, to be able to have the best fitment. What we did also, let me double check if there is a microphone. We'll look at it while we're installing the wiring. This is the SIM harness. I'm gonna route it to the glove box. Whatever you want, the USBs, you can route it through here and then through the glove box right there. And then once we do the fitment, we're gonna check a couple of things at the startup. So plug the antenna. This is the antenna. We put the GPS right in there. We stuck it in the middle, the GPS antenna, and routed, you see how the antenna's stuck, and then routed the USB through here. So have in mind, one of the USBs, it says phone link, which is wired and wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. On top of the wireless, I mean, it's wired Android Auto and CarPlay on top of the wireless that comes built in the head unit. So the harnesses are connected. We removed what we don't need from the harness, and then now we're gonna tidy up. Oh, we also routed the SIM card. We routed the SIM card box. Let me see what it is. It should be somewhere here. The SIM card, probably it fell again. Should be, oh, it's right there. So the SIM card is here. I'm gonna take it out and then route it here. So there it is. It was like pulled back. This is the SIM card. If you want to connect data, internet standalone with the head unit and use it standalone, you could. So now, this is the hardest part. Tidy up, guys. I always say it. Tidy up, tidy up, tidy up, because or else things are not going to work. So we're going to take our time to tidy up. Make sure the brackets are according to your year trim, and then how far you want the radio, and then put it in place. Now put back everything together. Don't forget to install the bottom ones that you removed first. Don't forget the bezel. And obviously install everything back however you had it at the beginning. So the middle console with the wires and everything else. So some people remove this, but I just go like this so that it clears when we are installing this bezel. Now install back the temperature, vent buttons, etc. Everything should be clicking in place. You shouldn't be having any gaps. If you have any gaps, it means the bracket is not the right one. Middle console. I think it's in the other way. Yeah. So this truck is a workhorse. Don't forget to connect all your wiring. Obviously test everything while you're putting it back. There you go. Now you have a new radio. And there you go, boys. This is Android Auto, CarPlay. This thing has a gyroscope, tilt sensors. So this is active, and it has tilt sensor, left, right, and then forward and reverse. This is one of the best head units that you can get, which has a gyro in it for your 2003 till 2009. Technically speaking, this is everything you need. Nothing else is needed. Obviously, this truck doesn't have a rear cam. It has to be installed. If you want to install the rear camera, you have to route the wires all the way to the back, or you can install something like this. On both cases, it has the ability to have 4 cameras, multiple cameras. Once you turn on the truck, make sure to punch in your Play Store and then pair your phone. You go to Bluetooth. By the way, steering wheel works. So we even programmed the steering wheel. You go to settings. Actually, you go home, you click on wheel, and then it asks you to press the button. And then as you see, it says steering wheel changed. So you add one by one what button you wanted, and then you save it. So if you want the plus, you press the plus, then you press the plus here, and then at the end of the day, you save everything, and then it saves it. You can have mode, plus, minus, track, etc. You can have Hulu, YouTube, Instagram, Waze, Spotify. The sky's the limit, because you have Play Store, like App Store. You punch in your email, and then every app you can imagine, you can use it with this head unit. And since we routed everything here, this is your SIM card, SIM card box right there. You punch in, you plug in a SIM card, and then use it solo on any network in North America. So technically speaking, you can leave your phone home, go out with this head unit. Apart from that, subscribe, watch. By the way, it has TPMS as well. If you have TPMS, you can program your TPMS and then individual 4 tires. You can leave your phone home, and then go with the head unit without even having a phone on the road. You even have Facebook. So that's a first time startup in the 2005 4Runner. That's a Dasaita exclusive to Cartrimhome. Links are going to be in the description with exclusive 10% off. Whoever reads the pinned message, contact me for a 10% off on all Cartrimhome products. So right now we're going to connect Android Auto and show you a sneak peek of Android Auto. So that's how quick it is to connect to Android Auto. By the way, it has a DSP. You can change the DSP as you like. I listen to rock. I don't listen to rock, but I listen to DSP to rock. And that's your Android Auto connected instantly, automatically to your phone wirelessly. You can also have a wired, as I mentioned. It's in the glove box. So that's it, boys. Buy with confidence. Let me just go out from here. So let's say if you want to go out to Android Auto, you click exit, and then it exits. But if you don't want it to connect automatically, you need to turn it off. There's a setting while you're logging in. It says turn off automatic connection. So buy with confidence, read the pinned message. A lot of other products are coming soon. Contact me for the 10% off, as I mentioned in all my videos. Love you all. Cheers.